What's up, y'all? It's your girl Sang, and today we're going to be reacting to a video from Anne-Marie Chase titled, I Interned for Sneako, the Kanye of YouTube. Now, I'm going to be real with y'all. I watch Sneako's content. I actually enjoy it a lot. I know he's like, what people say he's controversial right now and going crazy, and they're like, I wish we had the old Sneako back. But if you've watched his content, he's literally the same person he was when he was a teenager. Now, you don't have to take my word for it. Sneako himself, because he does like 5-6 hour long live streams daily now, he has played the videos multiple times. He's went to his channel and pulled his own videos up from when he was a teenager, and he's literally saying like the same things. So it just is what it is. I guess he's starting to get so big off of stuff he's saying now. It's gonna happen. But let's get into it and see what she got to talk about.
Like, shut the fuck up, man. Not everybody's opinion is important, and most people just echo the same shit they saw online.
Yeah.
I'm consciously making the wrong decision and talking about hating women. You know what I mean? It's.
Do you really hate women, though?
Yeah.
That is Sneako, as known on YouTube, and he was also actually one of my potential roommates in moving to New York.
I want you to move in with me and
With the stranger, with this person that I've just seen her Instagram.
okay, well, you obviously know me.
That'd be an interesting group.
He's a character, but trust me when I say this, and Kelly would say the same.
Yeah.
He has a really big heart.
I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that Sneako says in his videos, but I do really feel like he's doing something on the internet that's very different from anyone else, and I think he has the potential to have a very positive digital impact. Making this video was a whole mental puzzle of trying to understand what I think Sneako is doing. It just called for psychoanalyzing. So I asked Sneako if I could intern for him, and he said yes.
So now we're gonna park the car, which is gonna take a good 10-15 minutes, and I usually use the parking period to like refresh and like pretend that I'm actually parking when I'm really getting my mind ready for the interviews, and then the cameraman doesn't press me for not filming. So we're gonna do that for around 10 minutes, and then we're gonna get back in the park and get the momentum going again, because the social anxiety starts setting in, but you just have to fight it.
Oh,
You get
so
what I'm saying?
You feel like you have social anxiety? How do you prepare for this?
I blast music until I can't think. You only have anxiety if you're thinking, so if you just don't think, then you can't be anxious. So just don't think.
What's a pro of filming with him?
He's usually pretty considerate of like asking like how you doing, like is everything all right, you feeling okay?
For you?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
wow.
can I get you water and stuff?
Do you ever worry about your image filming for him based on his content?
Sometimes I have in the past,
Yeah. Even
Yeah.
for me, I'm like, Sneako's low-key a liability to be around.
but also like it's
That's wild. That's such a wild take to have, that he's a liability to be around. But it is true. I mean, you get censored for being real. Like, a lot of people, they just want to be fed fakeness and BS. And I think that's why he's succeeding the way he is right now. So at the time of me recording this, he just hit 500K on his second channel. And he just dropped a video where he spent a week in Miami. And in that video, he was hanging out with Jordan Welch the whole time, which we just did a reaction video to one of Jordan Welch's videos. And they compared their CPM, which is like how much money you make per video on YouTube. And Sneako showed his, and because he likes to speak the truth, he doesn't filter himself, he was making like $1 to $3 per CPM, and Jordan Welch was making like, he was making 10 times that. It was insane. It was so insane, like to see what they were making per month. So they compared their first, like the first channels, which is their main channels, and off of that one, Sneako would make like $8,000 a month, $5,000 a month, and Jordan Welch was making $50,000 a month. And it's not that like Jordan Welch is censoring himself or anything. He just does finance videos, so that's what he was making. Because Sneako likes to give his opinion, and he doesn't filter that opinion. The money he makes is like way less because a lot of his videos get demonetized. So now on his second channel, he showed that as well. And he just had his first 100K month on that second channel. He just shared that over on his Twitter. So, I mean, and it's a low CPM too. So if he was getting the CPM that Jordan Welch was getting, because they already did the math in the video, if he was getting the CPM that Jordan was getting, he would have made $600,000 for the month instead of $100,000. So shows what happens when you speak your mind. You're really limiting the potential like on the money you can make, but he doesn't really care about that. I know a lot of people are like he's obsessed with being a multimillionaire, but I mean, who doesn't? If you want to be rich, who doesn't? Like, I want to be a multimillionaire. So I don't ever see anything he says as like wrong or crazy. Now, like she said, I don't agree with everything, but I still mess with his content.
Fan base, he does have like such a niche and specific fan base that I feel like they're very different and understanding than a lot of other like YouTubers' audience.
This is really close to my face. Is my teeth yellow? My teeth is yellow, right? Emery, do you trust people?
No, I think they have to earn trust.
What did you learn after living in a content creator house?
Perception trumps reality because you can be perceived or give any perception you want.
Do you think influencers are...
Fun fact, I tried to do a content/gaming creator house like years ago, back in like 2015 or 16. Like we looked into getting a house and moving out to LA with some people. Did not work. Did not work at all.
more fake than regular people?
Yeah, some.
Like who?
You. I'm just kidding.
They don't really want to hear the truth no more. Think they scared how I make them feel.
Sneako's videos often include interviewing the people of New York City. Today's topic was
You trust people?
Somewhat. Not really.
What about you? Do you trust people?
Not at all. Not at all.
Do you trust people?
Hell fucking no, I barely trust myself.
People are gonna fuck you up?
Not fuck me up, but they're gonna fuck me over
How are they gonna fuck you over?
any way they can. Remember that.
But you get let down a lot more if you always trust everybody on the first impression.
True. I feel like I trust like random strangers though.
Trust it's kind of hard to find in this world right now. You know what I mean?
Why do you like watching Sneako's videos?
Sneako talks about a lot of controversial stuff. He's not afraid to go up to people and like, oh, like let me ask you this, let me get your opinion on this. Man just has balls.
Do you agree with like a lot of the things he says?
I don't know.
That's the disagreement side. Like, yeah, I've said some stuff.
The fact that he was just like, and then he looked at Sneako, and he's like, I don't know. He didn't want to offend him because he's standing right there. But it's like, bro, just be honest. Like, just say how you feel.
That's like, oh.
Well, like, that's his opinion, though.
Yeah.
That's his opinion. He's just speaking his mind, you know what I mean? Thank you so much.
Oh, hey, do you trust people?
Do I trust people?
Yeah, I trust people.
Okay. I trust you.
Okay.
I trust you.
I feel like the street interviews at the park, super cool. Had like random people who saw that we had a camera and microphones and wanted to be involved with whatever we were doing come up to us. I think we appeared very approachable. He also did have his viewers come up. Whenever I've seen Sneako's viewers come up to him, they're very different than any other viewers that I see from other YouTubers. And I think that this guy Tucson exhibits that relationship with Sneako very well.
My name is Tucson. I'm Haitian.
Hey, my
Hey, my guy right here, yeah.
Do you watch like, a lot of his videos?
I used to.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. Like. It's
No, I know.
videos.
I used to. I think when I was like 17.
How old are you now?
I'm about to be 21.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've known about him for a while. There was a time where he resonated with me. I don't think his videos resonate with me as much.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like his videos apply to like a demographic of like, kind of like women hating ass niggas and dudes who kind of. You see, he can run away. Whatever. I think he's good too. I think he's really smart.
Yeah.
His videos are very high quality.
Yeah.
That being said, I feel like he kind of hopefully he hears me. I feel like he's trying to appeal kind of to this guy who gets his heart broken 14, 15.
So do you think he like plays a character?
Yeah,
low key. Let me let me speak.
Yeah,
my
no,
piece.
I think so. Yeah.
I'm not even trying to shut you, bro.
I
I
don't
know
agree with like all of the things
No,
he
no,
says.
and I think a lot of shit he says is really smart. His editing is phenomenal, and the way he tells stories and videos. I've seen a good amount. It used to apply to me. I look at a lot of people that be fucking with Sneako. I be reading the comments sometimes, shitting on feminists, shitting on just like that. Definitely turns me
like
off.
even his comments.
Yeah, and I feel like he kind of tiptoes around it. He kind of isn't like direct with it. That being said, though, this is not a Sneako hate. This is not a Sneako hate.
What do you like about his videos?
Like I said, he tells really good stories. I think his editing is really captivating. He's really honest, really genuine. Or at least that's the way I interpret it.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's totally a farce, but I think he's definitely trying to help people out that were like me and like.
What do you think?
He's doing a video on trust, and I'm like, can I trust? I think deep down he's like a trustworthy person trying to do a lot of good. But I think he has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
He does.
After he gets over his incel behavior.
Once he gets over the feminism, like women hating thing, then he can really like evolve. And
Yes,
woke.
yes.
Right now, it's
Yo,
like
if
I
you-
think he's just trying to be edgy.
He's going
just to be
through
edgy.
something, clearly.
But like it's just like he's going through a transitional period.
Yeah.
It's like he needs to stop being angry all the time.
Maybe he's going
I
through
did
a
not-
heartbreak.
I did not say that.
No, sometimes
I did not say that.
Sometimes
Now
his
you
views
feel-
on feminism just really like irk me, and it's like, why does he need to be so angry all the time?
Sneako, I'm not gonna lie. It sounds like you're projecting. I did not use those
Everything
words,
you
bro.
say in the video is a projection.
What you're saying right now is not accurate to what I was saying earlier, bro.
Yeah.
I was not saying.
Bro, he just
He does do that a
misinterprets
lot. He
everything.
does do that a lot.
He takes
And
whatever
he's doing
Bro, Sneako's like messing with you. Like, let it go.
he takes whatever.
Come on,
he thinks
I know y'all
applies
see
it to
this.
The other person.
Okay, I have one last question. Do you feel like you could have told anyone that, or is it specifically because it's him?
Do I think I could have told anyone that?
Yeah, because you were super honest.
At first, I kind of criticized the way that Sneako received the feedback, but then Sneako gets this kind of feedback literally all the time.
This comment just came in. Pretty much explains how people view my channel. For someone who changes his opinion on everything every 3 weeks, Sneako is super aggressive and douchey when someone doesn't have his flavor of the week opinion, lol. But something about him draws you in. I love watching this guy. Hope he keeps growing and doing his thing. They need to call me a douchebag before they give me a compliment. But that's what happens when you start speaking the truth, bro.
We are truly like the first generation of people that can watch ourselves grow up online. We also receive more feedback than humans ever have before. You open the floodgate of opinions from every single person everywhere. I think there does come a point where you kind of have to test the boundaries of what you're allowed to do and what feedback you care about and what feedback you don't. And I think that this can be really, really hard for an individual person posting online who's receiving so much feedback, to the point that I think any person posting online, opening themselves up for such criticism, has to develop a shell. I always describe Sneako like a crab. I think he has a hard, tough shell, but a soft inside. How else could you keep coming back to this platform?
You get hate. Do you think you have a harder shell, like, because of that? Like, how does it affect you?
I think I've noticed myself becoming funnier, like in the past year, like taking all this heat and then sticking true to my word. It's like being able to, like right now you asked, like, do you really hate women? 2 years ago I probably, no, but I would have backtracked so I don't say anything hurtful. People are so used to everyone folding at the social pressure, but I'm like, yeah, I hate women. You're like, whoa, okay. It's the don't give a fuckness that people laugh at, so.
But I don't think that you actually hate women. If you actually did, I wouldn't be friends with you.
If that makes you feel better.
Facts. I love his attitude. Like, that's kind of how my attitude is. I do not care what you think. I do not care how you feel. And if your feelings are hurt, keep it pushing. Because that's just how it is. It just is what it is. You definitely, if you want to do YouTube videos and be online all the time as a like influencer or personality, which more younger people want to be nowadays, like that's like their career goal. Like, you have to have tough skin. So that's why when people be talking about internet bullying and online harassment, it's just words. It's all BS. Can't nobody hurt you or touch you. Like, you guys don't even understand the comments I used to get. First off, when people found out I was Jewish, Jesus, like the one video that was mentioned on, so many random weird hate comments about me being Jewish. It was wild. And then of course, like how I look, like I don't have makeup on, and like I don't like talk like this, and my titties aren't showing on the camera, and you know, and I don't dress a provocative way. So dudes be like, you look like a man, and blah blah blah. None of that bothers me. I do not care. My skin is super thick at this point because I've been doing this for years. I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning I'm just reading, I'm like, dang, what's wrong with these people? But you get so much BS and hate. Because I told you I had a channel before this, like he said, where he just like laughs at stuff now. That's what I pretty much do. I just laugh at everything.
I think it's similar to the way that girls are like, oh my god, I hate men.
Whatever she said, yeah.
Sneako seems to be developing the skill of just not caring. And I think that is actually going to be something that is really important for this and the next generation. Block out the noise and do what you think is right for you and find and pursue your own truth.
I think what he's doing is really good and important, and it's honestly been inspirational to me.
This is Emma. Sneako interviewed Emma for his Are You a Real Man video.
You work at a thrift store right here?
Well, I own a vintage shop.
That's really dope. What do you think is different about being a business owner as a woman at this young age compared to a man?
I kind of don't even like to think of it that way. I just like to think of, I'm all for Damn, maybe that's a bad answer. You can't put this in
Just
here.
say what you think. You don't need to lie.
Essentially what happens is he's interviewing Emma and she decides that she doesn't want to participate in the interview anymore.
As a woman, like, I feel empowered that I'm doing my own thing, but like anyone should feel empowered that's doing their own thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to think about gender like that, you know?
You
Like,
think some women let that hold them back, that they think that men have privilege?
oh God, you really can't post this. I can't do it.
Okay.
I can't. Like, I'm
It's
gonna get
okay.
canceled. I don't give anyone permission to post it.
See how she said, you can't post this, I'm gonna get canceled? You can't be afraid of being canceled by people. Like, first off, being canceled is not real. That is fake. That's not a real thing. If that was the case, y'all wouldn't be messing with Kanye no more. Y'all wouldn't be shopping at H&M. Y'all wouldn't be drinking Starbucks. Remember when those were things? Remember when everybody was like, oh, I'm canceling these businesses or this person because of X, Y, and Z. Ah, that outrage. No, that's not a thing. That's a thing on Twitter. Twitter is not the real world. Nobody cares about that. You can't get canceled. What, you gonna have people angry for like, what, a day? Maybe 2. Depending how big it is. Maybe they'll talk about it for the week. After that, you good. Nobody cares anymore because some new thing's gonna pop up and that's gonna have people's attention spans because everybody's attention span is like this big.
In true Sneako fashion, he posts the video anyway, and Emma actually is very grateful for this because it kind of changes her perspective on how she's approaching her digital presence. So I was able to go to Rogue and interview Emma based on this experience.
So you're glad that he put it up, even though you didn't.
Yeah. I'm grateful that he put it up. Yeah.
Because you were worried about like what you were saying, like
Yeah.
self-censoring kind of, even though you weren't saying anything.
No, I wasn't. I was just, you know, everyone's so sensitive nowadays. It's like I feel like I'm walking on eggshells constantly, which is not a way to live life. But it's the sad reality because as a small business owner, like I have to be very cognizant of how I present myself to the world, what comes out of my mouth, what I say. But I feel like it's definitely gotten to a point where it's like, it's a lot. I think we are. I think we are at a turning point, and I want to be a part of that change. And that's why I'm so glad he included that clip because he kind of made me realize that and inspired me now. So that's why this next leg of our media platform is going to be good.
I read one PR book and have since been obsessed with the idea that perception trumps reality, especially online. And I think Sneako is a really interesting case that the perception he gives off is actually worse than his reality.
Even though he might rub some people the wrong way, he's making people think, and that's the most important. It's good to challenge your thoughts and your beliefs and see things from other people's perspectives or from new perspectives. So I think what he's doing is good.
And then last question, do you think he actually hates women?
No. No, not at all.
Keep asking that question.
Sneako covers...
No, I don't believe he truly hates women either. Like, hate is such a strong word. Like, if he truly hated women, he wouldn't be trying to talk to them. And, like, I know he'd be talking about, I want 20 women and blah, 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 whatever. Like, at the end of the day, you gotta sleep with them or whatever. If he truly hated it, he'd be effing guys and, like, being with them all day. The way he says it is like how that one girl said when girls be like, I hate men, I hate all men. That's him saying he hates women. It's not however she's trying to make this seem out to be.
A wide diversity of topics on his channel. He also covers a wide diversity of people on his channel.
I feel like you, probably out of every influencer that I know, has interacted so far with like the most diverse audience. Is that important to you, or are you just...
Yeah, diversity, because I think that's the best way to... When you're asking general questions like, can guys and girls be friends, you need to get a sample of everybody. Every race, every age, every gender, you know, gay, straight, they, them, whatever the fuck, crystal, non-crystal, frat boys, everybody. Then the video can relate to everybody. Then it's mass appeal. If I'm only asking a certain demographic, then it's a pointless video. You don't earn putting that title, is it okay to be fat, if you don't ask everybody about being fat, including fat people.
Would you say that...
Facts. And it also makes it easier since he lives in New York. If you've never been to New York, like... Basically every race, color, gender, however you want to describe yourself, all of that is out there. So he lives in the perfect place to do that too.
That diversity is like a value of yours?
I like diversity. I don't know about it, but it's a value, but I know what it's like to only be around a certain type, and it gets like you feel trapped a little bit. So I like showing all different types of voices. I think it's more interesting.
What is your background? Do you think it's because you're like
Yeah,
kind
it
of a
is.
third culture kid?
Yeah, because I'm mixed as fuck. My mom's Filipino. Her parents were both fresh off the boat. My dad's Haitian, but he's half white. I keep having to specify that. I'm a quarter black, not half. My dad immigrated from Haiti to New York, so I'm a 1.5 generation.
Do you think that that gives you like a leg up? Like, is
Yeah.
that your competitive advantage?
It does and it doesn't. See, like, people talk about white privilege and how, like, you know, I watched that show How To with John Wilson. That guy pulled up to the Bang Energy guy's house in Florida and just walked in.
Yeah.
And, like, I couldn't do that. You know,
yeah.
he looks more trustworthy because he's white. So that's his advantages, is he can get into, like, golf courses and shit like that without any problem. He was not, I'm going to get ID'd. But
Yeah.
there's pros and cons. Don't let anything hold you back. Just like use your advantages. Because I'm mixed, I can talk to everybody. So I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna be like, I can't go to golf courses. My life's harder. Why are you there? You know what's gonna happen.
How do you think you come across to like the average person?
See, that's where
That's a good way to put that. And you can't let stuff hold you back either. So like, quick story. I'm gonna keep it super brief and short. When we first started out doing the videos, obviously the channel wasn't that big. We couldn't get media passes to go to places. So what we would do, one of the places we went to, our friend was like, he had a media pass, and he was like, hey, just blend in, and we gonna finesse a lot of this. So we had a regular, what's it called? Just a regular spectator pass, whatever the name of it was called. We just turned it around, and we had like camera gear and stuff. So we just started walking up to places, and they're just like, oh, I need to see your media badges. And we just started acting more important than we were. They're like, look, we don't have time for this. We're late to set up and blah, blah, blah. After a while, people be like, okay. And like, even before we linked up with people to do that and we were going to conventions, I remember just because like we had like our camera on a tripod, and we were just carrying it like this, and then we had a camera bag. You just start walking into places. Like if there's like a media line where they're just like, oh, you can come right in and play the demo of this game that doesn't drop for a year. Whereas like the regular people that paid $30 to get in, that's like a 2-hour wait in that line. Or you just be like, oh, I'm with such and such company. They just see that stuff and they be like, all right, come on back. Come on in. Do you want to interview the creator? Do you want to do this? Yes, I would love to. So don't let stuff stop you, man. Just like, really, if you want to go do something and you want to interview people or whatever, like you want to get into places, like don't let that stop you.
I can get a character. Like when I go do the 1 minute podcast, I dress down. I'll tuck my chain and I'll wear like soft, muted clothes. Everybody can feel comfortable sitting down. But sometimes like I can appeal more to black people. Sometimes I can appear more to whites or Asians. It really depends on like the way you are that day. Even Ari points it out. Ari's seen me talk to so many people. It's like, bro, you code switch. It's true. I code switch to everybody. I don't know if it's a bad thing. It's just, it is what it is. I think everybody code switches.
Yeah.
I think everybody does.
I think everyone does, but everyone doesn't really know how to do it effectively.
I don't think I do it that consciously.
Yeah.
I think it just
You're
happens.
Just, like, trying to interact with people.
Yeah.
And that is something that I deeply respect about Sneako, is he actually lives very diversely. Not only lives diversely, but I feel like he kind of actively connects different groups of people. Everyone needs a connecting point to understand and communicate with each other. Sneako is undeniably a connecting point.
Do you feel like you use these interviews to tell your own narrative, or do you think you actually tried to represent like
public opinion? It's a bit of both, because I'm always right, so I know the right and wrong, but also you want to like let people kind of sift through it and stuff like that. And also what I value more than anything is good conversation. That's what comes first, is entertainment. You know, like, yes, I have opinion and my ideas about what should be portrayed, but at the same time, if I have somebody who's like going all talking a lot and they're answering their questions properly, it doesn't matter if I agree or disagree. That's more important. I'd rather have entertainment and good conversation. People don't seem to realize that the whole point of talking is to pass the time, is to entertain each other. And like the people just be like, you should go more into their opinions and stuff. It's like, shut the fuck up, man. Not everybody's opinion is important, and most people just echo the same shit they saw online.
Yeah.
Skip through that. If they're being entertaining, that's what comes first.
One time I asked you like how you edit, because for me I'm always trying to like edit to make my friends look good or whatever, because that's who are in my videos.
You cut out things like, oh, if Elliot looks stupid. You guys are making Instagram pictures just into videos. We're already on Instagram all day. Like, people always feel bad about how lives are better. And then you see these influencers like, I'm pretty here, and I'm pretty in Soho, and I'm pretty in Paris, and I'm on vacation, and I'm here, and my video's on a date, and that. Bro, I don't want to see that your life is better than mine. I think of myself as a viewer. I don't think of myself as an influencer. I am a YouTube commenter. I'm one of those dudes in the comment section.
Are you trying to spread like any certain message?
Truth, honesty. I think right now my message is skipping bullshit. I don't have a motive. Like, I don't have like a demo I'm trying to hit. I don't have like this weird plan. I'm just trying to talk about things that I think are interesting. Let's have some real shit. Not like, guess the song. Like, I don't like surface level shit.
Pursuing his
Same. I hate surface level stuff. It's to the point where like me and my boyfriend, he talked about this not too long ago. But me and him were FaceTiming one day, and he was just like, "You're not good at small talk." And I just got quiet and looked at him. I'm like, "Is that like a problem for us, or is that what you want more of?" And he was like, "No, I love the fact that like when we talk about like deep, important type conversations. We don't do small talk, which is like BS anyways." So I was like, yeah, that's why I don't like it. Like I promise you, I'm not good at small talk, but it's just because like I don't care. Like it just feels like you don't really want to talk to the person anyways, but you just don't want that awkward silence, which to me isn't even awkward. And so it's just like, oh, crazy weather we're having, isn't it? Oh man, I heard the Guardians, I was about to say the Indians, they didn't change their name. I heard they're playing such and such tonight. That should be a good game. Look, I really don't care, bro. Like, what are we talking about? What are we getting into? Like, I just prefer more important type conversations.
This truth does come at a cost.
How do you make money, and like what's your deal with sponsorships?
I don't make a lot for sponsorships. When you talk about what I talk about, brands don't want to mess with you. Every time
Funnily enough, I mentioned this at the very beginning of this video, what his like CPM is, how much he makes, but yeah, by him keeping it real, he don't really make money by doing this.
I get like a brand deal manager to hop in a call, they always call me back and they're like, yeah, we talked to them, but it's not looking good. Like if you hear a sigh when they call you, it's like, oh shit. They don't treat me like an influencer. I don't get any brand deals, bro.
You get no perks.
I get no, like for real. I don't get invited to events. I don't get verified, people DMing me saying come here. They don't want to fuck with me. So doing what I do, you need to go the independent route. So it's me and the audience. I feel like I have a direct connection with the audience that a lot of other YouTubers don't have. I make most of my bread off Patreon. I have a pretty sizable audience on Patreon. I have 2,300 people sign up now. I just started doing one-on-one calls. I got 2 people on that. So sign up if you want to do one-on-one calls and talk to me. People seem to think that they could open up a lot and have like a genuine conversation with me. Whenever I talk to people like that, they really seem to leave with something. You should get the fuck off my dick, bro. I'm fucking, hey, I'm being genuine right now.
I thought it was a random.
Hi, Ari. Bye. Oh, I started live streaming, and so I've been making a lot
I thought that was a random fan. That was the cameraman.
on like people donate on the stream, the super chats, and my ad revenue started going up from posting a lot on my second channel. But I do have push this motto of quality over quantity. I don't post on my main channel a lot, like once every 2 weeks, maybe once a month. But the second channel I've been spamming videos.
Have you ever thought that you should make different content for the sponsorships?
No, because I literally can't do it. No, it had to cross my mind, but it's too late. So like at this point, I've been doing this for 9 years, and I've always went by this motto. If I switched up at any point, I'm a fraud. Everyone, they would all call me a fraud, and I couldn't stand myself. I have a little bit of resentment because I know that it's the wrong route to go. It's the stupid route. Doing what I do is not financially, it's the wrong decision to make financially.
Do you think it's like...
Nah, he'll be fine. He'll make it. Like, see how things worked out when I told you, like, when he showed what he made the past month, he made $100K in a month. And yeah, he could have made more if he wasn't, like, real and being truthful and stuff, but it just is what it is. So like when I did the reaction video to DJ Ghost was the same way. I've never seen him do brand deals, talk about in the middle of the thing, be like, hey guys, don't forget to play Brawlhalla or Fortnite or whatever the games are that's out right now. Every like YouTuber does the same ad for it. Like Ghost came on, he did his stuff, he smokes weed, he cusses, he's him. It is like, yeah, you're not gonna make crazy money off of that, but he makes money. He's able to support his family, support his kids. Like, he got bread. Like, Sneako's fine. He's going the exact right way. I'd rather go this way than to be fake and phony and do some stuff for, like, brands and products I don't even use or care about. For real.
Like, immoral to appease to, like, sponsors and be fake? Or do you...
No, it's not immoral. This is what you do. It's like when you work a job, this is what you do to make the most money. It's the same thing. If you view it as a job, this is the alley to take. And I'm consciously making the wrong decision. I'm consciously making the financially irresponsible decision and talking about hating women. You know what I mean? It's
Do you really hate women though?
Yeah.
Hashtag free Maria.
How about you just don't
I don't even think he with this girl anymore though. I think they broke up.
look at your DMs anymore?
That is so funny.
Yeah, like does that like affect you at all? Or?
No, not at all. It's most of the time it's funny.
What do you think about his perception?
I think it's so hard to deal with the amount of acceptance he gets and also all the, hate. I think it's equal.
Yeah.
It's equal. Besides his fan base, it's so easy to hate him because of like clips and people just responding on TikTok too.
That's interesting that you say like the acceptance and the hate.
Yeah, but it's good to see that his content makes people challenge themselves that much.
I think it definitely does that.
Oh, that was it. All right, well, that was the video, y'all. I hope you got something out of it and you're able to see Sneako in a different light. Or maybe not. Maybe you still think he's the super controversial, crazy dude who talks out the side of his neck. However you feel about it, he's still going to do him. He's still going to be honest, authentic, and true to himself. And get to that bag and become a millionaire just off of being true to oneself instead of folding and being dishonest. And that's all one can ask for. But now that we're done with that, until next time, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Because you already know who it is. It's saying big.